An 80 composition, so what fixes that? Any top lane, you assume, because Jojo loves this Yona. You're not taking that away from him. And so when we came into this saying a reason top's going to be exciting is because we don't have lane.
But like that alone is an incredible feat to take down Caps in a final. But anyway, we find ourselves at the beginning of spring. The expectations have shifted, and the bot side of the map.
Well, Target might be in trouble. Ignite's going to be the return. It's a flash. Mystic shot aimed down the line. Super's first blood. Police response. So quick Supreme is Jojo in the 1v1. Well, that wave resets despite our thoughts. Elyoya's moving into position with Kana getting a pushed on wave. But look at the size of this wave.
The stun is going to come through. The CC combo is terrifying.
Yeah, what can you do? You're up against the wall in there. You will stay. Kana flashes, but it's met by Elyoya. The burn's ticking down. Somehow Elyoya hasn't gotten the kill yet. The rock, though, will seal the deal. And with the minion wave in front of the
way with that, the health pot's doing a huge amount of work to keep him alive. Wave in a bit of an awkward spot. He's going to be forced to push that one out as the resets come through.
But just snap back. I love that again. Action keeps pursuing. Flighty with a sidestep doesn't have to do anything more. The impale stolen away before an impale of Elyoya's own is in the way. Abscond abducted, and Elyoya's Scorpion live comes to a crushing end. Crazy person, you walk away. The situation's a little bit weird. Mirwin holding on and still trying to throw that threat to the ground. There's a smite available for Yike shortly. As Kana ulti just thrown out, but he misses. But still enough to threaten off, and because of that, KC going to get 3 grubs.
So Elyoya will come back out onto the map. But that death is going to start to really snowball Yike now. He has about a half a level advantage, securing the grubs, and the dragon is still available. Vladdy, been spotted.
Targamas is here to help, though, so it's going to become a 2v2. For KC, the engage is coming through. Yike, Swellseed doesn't connect as Jojo Puni launched in. He might have to launch out with his ulti. They're trying to draw it out of him, or at least get the flashes. Vladdy playing with fire.
So given their positioning on the map.
6 grubs for a Nara inside. Always feels good while stacking starts with a cloud. And a Hextech coming up next. Kana using this time to just get some turret plating for his own. Pull back some of the gold as he engage on Targamas. A good bop away, sets up a Vladdy to maybe hit him. But in trouble is Targamas. He flashes away, no ulti, Impale stolen, but not taken. Asleep is Yike. Finds someone behind the wheel as Alvaro is the fate sealed into the back. Opens up a Targamas again. Vladdy has to flush away as KC even up against their own big ulti not to have for the fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot used. And
Alvaro! Targamas behind enemy lines. Elyoya running away, but he's caught something. I didn't know cows could swim. Targamas still alive with the unbreakable will as the Scorpion's being run into him, but trample out with a long chain line. A trade for now, but Jojo's taken down by Yike. The deer has got spirit, and now a new target. Super and Arrow together, but for Lilia, that's a dream come true. Down for the Quadra, and down for KC's exceptional fight.
Yike is popping off. A fight like this, where it's scattered in multiple skirmishes, allows the mobility of Lilia to just run away with the fight. 6-4 in kills, the advantage starting to grow. KC gonna get their 3rd objective and their 1st rank of the game.
Yike is gigantic now as well.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Oh, Yike though. Oh, it's hunting season for Koi.
It is indeed. I tell you what, Venison might take sides, but the kiting away has been good. Not 1 but 2 is Freeman again. Carter's just doing it again. His Nah always finds the wall, and Yike always finds the kill. Koi will no longer be fishing. I think the rod's broken as Carter's got a new target, Elyoya, right in front of him, and nothing that this Scorpion can do. Yike just moves into vicinity. Singular play now for KC. Looking to continue pushing mid. You can see Vladdy up in top. Dragon's been up for a while, but Targamas has got something in river. There's a one-man lilting lullaby onto the Scorpion. It's going to set up with Chains of Corruption as well. The damage is disgusting.
Some danger here. Trapped underneath this tower. Super goes for a 1v1.
He does indeed. Callista's low on mana. How much does it matter here against the lethality bar as he kites away? Super gets poked out and another arrow to fly through as Vladdy just takes a free kill. Doesn't press anything, but his rocket belters. Vladdy, now that he's here, wants to go for a little bit more. Mirwin's going to get tanked up and sent in, and Yike, you can see, is once again looking for another ankle, but a lilting lullaby fate sealed is blocked by Vladdy getting into melee range. Chain latch won't connect in part 2, but it's enough to force Koi away. Every single play.
Converted. And the problem is, well, the way you deal with Lilia is crowd control.
Yep.
These resistances, they get shredded like paper, thanks to Artican. Could be a good opportunity for Koi to find a comeback fight.
The annoying thing is, though, with the MRD buff, we need Mirwin to really set it up and spike it down, but they're not going anywhere near Koi, just going to move away, and That's Atakan for free, and GA version as well for KC. Start playing some of these dives. 2,700 between jungle, 1K for top, 1K for Kalist between him and Super. And second dragon for KC, also going to be piled on that welcome bundle.
Oof, I mean, it's a rough one for KOI. I think they made the wise decision. You'll notice their itemization, pivotal moment. No dragon for 4.5 minutes, Baron in 2.5. Within this time frame, they need to mitigate what advantages KC can find. Oh,
nice.
That is just a solo kill.
It is indeed. Well, guess what? It doesn't count because it's not a...
I mean, KC are not slowing down, are they? They secured the mid-tier 1. They're dropping the Herald in the top lane. They're keeping the pressure up. Vladdy rejoining the group as Commandeer is what we in the...
misery business. Talk about Kalist losing his Edge of Night, but Elyoya gets nowhere near him. Meanwhile, Looting Lullaby catches two by the toe, and now Alvaro not going to get bowled over, but Yike steps up to do a little bit more damage as he runs away. The Ignite's going to be enough to tick and send him far as Jojo at half HP with a poke from Kalist. KC, the B comes out, and even Vladdy fighting top turret will go on to Mirwin. I mean, this is a solo kill territory, and he sends out Tibbers, but Tibbers in response. But you're going to get your answer before Vladdy ends up dying. One Tibbers now, two onto the Rift. Gets a little bit angry in that early game fight, right down here in River.
I mean, they did push for an inhibitor in top lane, and Vladdy tried to outplay 2v1.
Yes.
I agree with you. It's been a very disciplined performance from KC across the board. They've secured Dragon Soul point. And, ooh, is that a Yone that is out of position?
It is indeed, and Targamas is going to make it so. Nice little trample up. Can they kill the cow? Targamas gets in the way, and Unbreakable Will's going to buy him a bit of time. Even if he dies here, he knows it's going to be an end-up trade, but he's not. Targamas is out of the way, and Kalist takes the kill with that punish.
He can. There are options, but I don't think KC's going to make it very easy for them.
Oh yeah, pull something out of the hat. Now, what I tried to say is Targamas flashes forward with the Polarizer. He's got to pull a miracle out, but a Lilting Lullaby ×3. Super's going to cleanse it away, but Vladdy has an Impale to add more CC. Mirwin flashes as well, and although it looks like it's going good for KOI, 1, 2, 3, count with me, everyone at home, that's 4. That's right, you're learning to count all the flashes that KC took out of KOI, running away from this Baron.
The goal difference is just too big. Even though they get the kill onto Targamas, it's not enough to turn the fight in their favor. But Elyoya has not given up yet. The TP comes in from Jojo.
Send in the Hail Mary, what else can you do? But Yike, now without Zonya's maybe a little bit more vulnerable, but the almost level 16. Lilia sits on the Baron and waits for his moment. On to Jojo, the burn is enough with Kalist, poking and ranging. Mirwin lucky to be outside of that enhanced quiver. Blue team has indeed taken Baron. That's 9K, that's Baron, and that's KC looking to put the nail in the coffin of game number 1. Mirwin gets out if only just Targamas had his unit, but not his collision. Vladdy has found Super, and it's not going to end here. That's an electrocution as Vladdy finds
win of Spring.
First game win and open up this series in a bang in what has been, you know, a kind of fun draft.
Was in his pool, but I think as an answer into the Skarner, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you can dance around his range and
fresh meat. Targamas runs in. I think that's grass-fed actually. Targamas, he's going to heal all this up, of course, with red buff, and KC are doing something on the other part of the map. Look at the inhibitor turret, rather Nexus turrets from Kana, as he's taken him himself. Inhibitor's going to be exposed. Bot turret is going to come up next, and KOI, the fire just won't go out. It's a 12K gold lead because structures are falling every 10 seconds. Make it another one, and now KOI on their last defense with an Impale taken out. It's Impale for Impale, a little bit janky that takes Vladdy out in the end, but Targamas is re-engaged. He's going to make sure that Alvaro will drop 2. KC running into the base, 4 members, Baron behind them. KOI have got 4, but it ain't the same. The ambulance is definitely called for the right team, and Jojo's poked out. Kana's ulti is brilliant, and yet again, KC are filling us with hope. The region is looking at this team in the same vein, and in game 1 against that mighty fish, they've got a spear in hand.
KC with a very solid game 1.
Here's some big pick / dive tools that we already talked about. So for KC, Targamas is going to lock in Renata. Interesting draft.
I like things on objectives being traded across the map. And as our teams do this, I want to remind people of how these teams... I might not have time for that, as KC have set their sights onto Jojo.
And it's a flash handshake. It's not going to connect though from Targamas. He still gets some damage across the autos. Important as Vladdy sets up with a perfect execution and a perfect balance. Coming bot sometime soon, right? Or excuse me, rather, Elyoya. Yike is hovering. Elyoya's coming for a dangerous path. Jojo's coming over a ward as well. They know a gang's happening, but Targamas is almost dead before the play starts. Arrow at melee range won't get much of a stun as MKOI are there in front of Kalist, who flies to the wayside, being shoved down, and even though he'll be bailed out, there's no reset on the horizon. Yike has to abandon the play, and Koi find the double that they sought out.
Off the back of that, giving Jojo a much-needed kill, and handing a kill over to Super as well.
Oh, God hasn't really gone anywhere off the back of it. I mean, 500 in the lead.
Vladdy.
Kills are important, as you said, as Vladdy's going to set up for one of his own onto Kana and Mirwin. Getting involved in their lane. Shuriken Flip doesn't connect, but at least the damage does. Vladdy secures it. Kana gets...
All the ultis are up.
For the hostile takeover, the arrow, as you said, comes out, but the dragon is smoking down as Kalist is just yaunched on by Super and Jojo. He didn't even get a chance. The dive, the burst, the pick. Timing, seismic shove connects and sets up for some good poke damage, but Vladdy's okay for now. Jojo tries to clear the wave, but that was mega clean from Vladdy. He's not going to take the Shuriken Flip back in. He takes his ulti out because more members of KOI are coming up.
Yeah, he wisely recognizes the collapse that's falling. I think it should be. The anticipation is building.
Oh,
it is!
But then again, it was about the journey. You know, if the Eagles just came through in the first movie, we wouldn't have gotten 3 of them.
Quite right.
And, you know, I wouldn't have...
Again, you said don't start you, and you're starting on the Eagles, so let's...
I cried so much at Lord of the Rings, man.
Let's look at it. Looks like that's going to be the game plan for now. Oh, actually, maybe they're looking for a play onto Kana. He's out of position here.
It's a nice ulti from Kana, though, to get out before he gets in. And now, with Lacerate, he gets some distance as Sterix Gage comes in and try to get him under Tara, but no cigar. Super has to ulti in, but Kana's still healthy enough. Q's out. He's going to get bailed out, but still dead. Elwoya makes sure of that one. While Koi's die eventually works out, but KC on the run. Teleport defensively. Koi going to have 5 members. KC still thinking about it. Can we? Can't we? Betty, what do you think?
I think that it's a very difficult play to force. In fact, KC may be the ones overextending.
Maybe they are. Vladdy's the first port of engage. He's seismic shoved. He's kept in place. He's bailed out, but no execution. Yike as well. As Quiet punished the over-aggression. KC thought, oh yeah, we'll give it a crack, but you're not Dagda. Indeed, KC falling at the whim, blown apart. A massive mistake from our first stand finalist.
It's an ace for KOI. Just like that, they've blown the game wide open. It felt like after getting that pick, getting the Arakan on the top
Launch
side.
him into control in this game. They're not letting this go. They want to fight once again, and Alvaro sets it up with a dredge line. Vladdy's coming from a flank, but Targamas is burning the midnight oil. Down and down he'll go with Super. Finds Kalist in backline. The international lady carries no more, and Super reigns again. He finds his target, and now for KC, they'll find nothing but Kaufman with nail, 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 and Yike, the final one through the heart of it all, will drop as well.
Alvaro has landed so many crucial hooks.
He pokes him out. Yike still trying to play it sneaky.
I see you.
Dredge line not going to connect though. Yike is just going to walk this out for now, but Jojo, all he needs is a seismic shove, set down the rocks, and ulti set out from Yike to survive, but he's dead in an instant. Dredge line not going to connect.
Baron is going to be uncontested, I feel.
Yep.
No smite, no stealing options. A tower, I should say, on the other side, and now they've set their sights onto Vladdy.
They have indeed. He tried to just get deep in the wave. I'm not sure what he's doing here, in fact. His depth charge will make it an easy connection. Seismic shove makes it a bounce house, and all in all, Vladdy just gets erupted by Jojo. He's had a good lane in both games, granted the matchup, but Jojo is showing a little bit more class here today in Game 2 as KOI now moved to 7K.
What a turnaround play from KOI. It feels as though KC have just been punishing the mistakes of KOI in this series, but finally, KOI were the ones to punish the overextension of KC. The bravado that they were playing with ends up being shut down, and now with this Baron, KOI sailing high with the wind in their sails, looking to secure another tower.
I did not know boats could be crewed by fish. And again, we've learned a lot of things here today. And not only can he...
Limited. Another tower falls, getting so much value out of this Baron. The Red Bull Baron power play.
Easy take. And I am glad to say, it looks like we're going to get our second Game 3 Oh, but Yike, as he tries to drag midway, is playing with fire himself. He runs into Mew, and I'm not sure if he knew he was in there, but Arrow buys him some time, and Yike is going to run for his life, but yes, he is indeed dead. Baron is up, and that's going to be a freebie.
I mean,
it wasn't already.
That was very questionable. All right, well, the outcome of that is that will be an uncontested Baron for Koi. I guess you consider KC securing that bot tier 2 is at the very least something. But now with this Baron, that should be enough to allow for MKOI to begin their siege and look to try and end this game.
Surely 10k and Baron.
Sure.
That's enough of a lead. Get with the fight. No more passive League of Legends. Let's get it. All right, Mirwin on the flank, sees Kana, Kana sees Mirwin. That's done and dusted. 4v4 through the river as Vladdy finds an angle onto Super. Remember, they're 10k gold down, and Super shows it to Targamas. Jumping in, Vladdy does a good job, and Kana's ulti's not too bad itself, but maybe it is just a wallet dip in the end. It would look good if they were even, but KC way too far behind. All Hail Marys thrown out, and now game 3, we're well on the way.
I mean, Super just makes it so difficult for Vladdy to find any assassination attempt. The moment that Vladdy found the flank, Super dotted to the other side of the team fight, creating so much space between him and Vladdy, allowing him to get that kill onto Kalista. They lock down Vladdy, get the kill onto him, and they're looking to bring us to game 3.
And we're starting to get an answer. We ask, can fish climb walls? Well, if they are blue, they sure as well can try. We're going to a game 3 after one massive team fight. It was a slow burner, but Koi got the fight in them here. They try and get revenge for winter playoffs.
Koi will find their first win of the...
What do you want to say?
I mean, Gragas is fine, but I really wanted that Malphite. I really would have been happy with the Malphite. All right, Gragas is completely fine. A lot of disruption, a solid front line to complement your scaling to kill. Then I think Koi is quite happy with the fact that eventually they'll get to a nice point in the game where they can look for these team fights, play the front to back. I guess it becomes a question of how easily can Super play the team fights. Sivir, traditionally a fairly short-range AD carry. Well, Elyoya repeat gank in the top lane.
Oh, nice sidestep Kana. Still gets bodied for a little bit, and Kana's going to try and take the 1v2 on. Elyoya spears up as we look towards mid. Targamas is back and just dead. Oh, whoops.
This bot lane duo that's supposed to find advantages, this Elise that's supposed to be running around the map finding picks, is not finding anything right now.
Not stopping there, movement speed given. Elyoya flashes in, but is there damage enough? Body slam, and now ulti sent out. Mirwin almost died. That caught me off guard. The damage from Kana was close as Jake tries to finish the job. He's got a trigger seed, he's got a bubble, the flash away from Mirwin. He buys time, but the Ivan doesn't do enough damage. Elyoya's just got the spear out. Another Q'd in with the trigger seed should be enough. Elyoya puts the shield up. Yike came in to save the day, but he's almost dead with a spear. Yes, it is. Excuse me, just have to readjust. I was going to say, oh yes, no, it's G2. No, Koi have got Team Heretics later next week. Yeah. So a win here would also propel them up to really smack down a team that is still trying to find the development through their rookies and their solo lanes. So yeah, a big momentum shift. 700 gold lead is only the lead, but for Koi, again, that Pantheon is worth mentioning. We both had suspicions about the draft. We both said, you know, it feels like this draft is harder to work, but you already talked about the late game element of Koi too. Getting through the lanes.
Their third objective of the game as well. Even though Koi have been finding kills, the early game control has largely gone in favor of KC.
Surprising, isn't it? I mean, that's all 6 scrubs.
Yep.
That's all 6, sorry, all 6 scrubs and 2 Drakes.
Yep.
KC are living up the objective game.
It's going to be a race.
I think feats of strength don't mean much. Keep that between you and I, chat, as Kana and Yike are chasing down Mirwin. Not going to find the stun up, but Kana launches on Hammers first as this makes it 2v2. Elyoya once again. He's always top lane. That ulti just targeted here as Yike is not taking up the deal. He flashed away, but it's to a Chaos Storm. Koi looking to charge forward as the body slam flash. He's cute onto Kana with no mana. Mirwin dies, but with his dying breath, autos down.
Join the fray, and with the arrival of Jojo, but now Super the target.
Yeah, he's waiting for spell shot. I believe it's up and available. Good save by Alvaro as Boomerang Blade comes out. Kalista in a bit of trouble now as well. PTA's already put out a rather lethal tempo. That's just breaking him apart. Great engagement and shut down He's going to trade off and get what he can. Gold for KC needed in this early game to mitigate.
Oh, the feats though.
But the 0-3, yeah, whose feet is it going to be? Because even though, yes, feats go down, KOI bring their own version of their shoes, and Kana's in a lot of trouble. KazaLoLL comes down again. The redemption not going to heal him up enough, and he's just sent packing. Elyoya kill number 3, and
the tower falls. Jojo becoming monstrous on the Victor.
Oh yeah. As we said, it's been a relative move to contest, and they've been good on objective so far. It's been the one saving grace, but Alvaro now with the quickness sets up and finds himself a Kalist out of position. Elyoya jumps on his position, the spider comes down and dies. That's what you do. You step on them as the bullet time is hitting air. I think that just hit me. Kana running for his life. Jojo's found him though, and in front of the dragon with the slow. Kana will not be re-entering. Elyoya set that play up beautifully, and KOI, a momentum-based team, is what you can take off this series.
They are just winning scrap after scrap, fight after fight, and they're going to get their first dragon of the game. They're likely going to convert it into a tower as well.
Ow. As you said, turret equals... I don't know, we got a Sivir, we got a Victor on the other side of the rift. Some would say we are running out of time as more gold being given over, with Jojo getting his second solo turret this game. Herald eventually drops.
They're doing the same thing here again, and you can see the best of 3 format really benefiting KOI.
Can indeed, with some of that versatility as we watch top laners battle it out, but look at the positioning. Yike and Targamas trying to bait in, but on the hunt, it's going to give Alvaro some movement speed with quickness, following up, but a Pantheon to fly, and Elyoya looking for someone to die. It's bloody with Chaos Storm erupting his body. An electronic feast for KOI, running down 11-2, 21 minutes in the game, and KC aren't safe. Bullet time clears the wave and buys some time, but Herald's there in front, and it's going to be an easy charge.
I'm loving the aggression from KOI. Flash from Jojo, flash from Super, all to try and get... Already chipping away at this tower. Kalist going to use his mobility to wander his way over.
They're going to teleport. Kalist is flashed down, making it rain for the time being. Super takes some damage, spell shields out. Elyoya ulties in to try and save it, but he's gone too far. Kana with the punish is big as Alvaro helps out his jungler, but Kana's able to withstand for now. Mirwin also caught out. No! KOI, you can't do it again. 2 members dead.
They get 2 kills off the back of it, and they slow the bleeding. They've been able to reduce a 1k gold deficit.
To offer as we get towards this mid to late game. As KOI going in deep, Kalista's found him. Onto Elyoya, Yike is there. Great little root caller as well. Elyoya flashes away.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yike has got him spiraling despair. And right now the KOI fans will also...
Try and keep Mirwin away. The mid tower will fall. You'll notice the Jojo pushing in the bot wave as well. He has teleport available.
Super thinking about what he can do, maybe just getting the push in and then leaving. Early back from Bloody, while Atakan's still going to be taken down. GA version given over to KC. Baron's also up, but they're not going to be that ambitious. Elyoya's up in 10 seconds, and Kalist just moves up, gets a turret, and pushes down. Kana, meanwhile, though, he's got
match.
Mega big as the Dawn Core as well for Yike. Third up.
Alvaro.
It's a great engage, though. Ignore that. KC have blown apart. Jojo's castle.
Denied. And the Baron is now in the eyes of KOI.
Alvarez for Khan looking clean this game. Say what you want to say about the down points of KOI, but everything else has been stellar. Holding the dragon for now as Elyoya needs to move into position. I mean, an attempt to seal. Yike has a way in. Mirwin tries to body slam. Yike has flash available, but...
Plenty of time until the threat of the soul on the side of KC, and Jojo, look at this angle.
He is indeed playing it, but he's right into a bullet time as set up with the Chaos Storm zones off. Bloody Jojo trying to get into his Alvaro once again, but he's interrupted. Great little root caller. KC are kiting back, and I'm worried here, but Mirwin brings my ward to naught. Yike survives for now. Hang on a minute, Elyoya is down, and Jojo's caught out as well. Yike's dead. In goes Alvaro again, but the poke's still there. KC are playing it back. A messy fight. KOI, what are you doing? KC.
Crucially, Yike denying the engage from Alvaro created distance between the carries.
Now, KC are moving into mid, unaware where this guy is. Mirwin could make or break the game. Set up from Alvaro. They've caught out a spider. Stepped on his she. Now Mirwin again. Explosive cast doesn't work out. KC have found Alvaro as well as the ulti comes in, and KOI again. They're cooking too hard, too fast.
KOI, they can't stick around here. Both Kalist and Bloody are full HP. They have the Ivan utility as well.
You can see Jojo's getting poked out bloody ever so relevant. The Eye of Sauron remains.
Kallista's right, just focus Elyoya.
He can't stand into it. Elyoya, as you said, is just taken down. KC now with an opening to bring the series back. Dragon number 4, it's theirs. There's no smite. And Koi again. This game, it's like they've got butter on their fingers.
I mean, it turns out...
Fingertips, but it is very true. Koi mind-controlled into now flipping an almost 6,000...
Now with Mountain Soul and Baron, they set their sights on winning out this series.
No other way pressured right now. That's a free inner turret.
It's just always more advantageous for KC.
Yep. They've got sustain on Kallista as well. I mean, part of the shielding is the BT. He steps up, takes inner himself. This is the power of having someone like Kana, Yike by your side as well. One misstep and Koi are going to die here. Daisy follows through, number 7. Get in the ring. There's a pick off as Alvaro pulls up the quickness as well. KC though, take him in an instant. Kana comes in for a flank. Jojo drops the Chaos Storm, but look at Kana's setup. His damage now hurts. Runs through the end of the gravity field. The bullet time's down, but it won't matter. KC get another turret.
KC feel like an unstoppable force now as Koi is forced to retreat to the safety of their base. Only a few towers remain.
Oh my god.
Kalista, look at how he walks up with confidence.
Yeah, nice strike. Does flash away though. Elyoya ultied in again. Not in a great spot. Explosive cast not great either. Koi is caught out frontline. Target mistakes to kill as Kana is one-shotting almost into the rotation onto Jojo Pyun. Wait for the accelerated shock blast. He steps up to the turret too, and KC are now in the base. It's funny how much control Koi had in this game, yet KC's base stands and Koi's does not.
I mean, the last
range in Koi, the poke is now so real. They can't even walk near them. There is no 5v5.
They're being shepherded. The damage come. Oh my goodness, Millen down to 50.
Making it rain again, the severing bolt, and Daisy gets involved. 6 versus 5 ain't fair.
He fights better than their opposition, and they will be rewarded for it. Elder secured for KC.
Middle inhibitor with the pressure it still provides. It'd be easy to get up to the side lanes as well. This is what they don't tell you in League of Legends Rift School.
3 hits? Okay.
Oh, Benny, it's wrong. 4. Bullet time comes out again. Super chunk to half HP. Yike just zones off. Another inhibitor gone. Thank you, Mr. Red Bull, as Kana TP's in. This Baron power play won't last for long, will it? KC are running it down and in such a good way. Koi had this game in the palm of their hands, but now next time just hit by Kalez. Raw duty this guy is on. Remember, they have a GA. Just on Kalez, he can run in again. Elyoya popped up by Daisy. Flush from Yike. No GA is necessary because it's a wipe. The blue wall somehow crumbled a bit in the early game, but it stands strong with their return after first stand.
It was a close one. Things were quickly falling apart for KC.